A family from Watts conquered both charts with Disco Fever, then vanished. Two legends recorded a duet without ever meeting. And the cartoon funk that dominated summer '75 disappeared like it never existed. These are the forgotten one-hit wonders of 1975, and number one took over America for one unstoppable season. Number 12, Boogie Fever by the Sylvers. The disco chant that conquered America, then never came back. Released on Capitol Records just as Disco Fever gripped the nation, the Sylvers, a family group from Watts, LA, turned a glittery groove into something unstoppable. It hit number one on both the Billboard Hot 100 and the R&B chart in early '76, achieving rare double chart dominance. But here's the twist. Despite owning both charts simultaneously, the Sylvers never landed another crossover hit of this magnitude. You can hear the mirrored disco balls spinning in that whispery, "I got the boogie fever" chant. Campy, kitschy, but contagious in the best way. The track became the invitation to every roller rink party when afros were wide and Saturday night meant sequins. The Sylvers influenced early New Jack Swing with their family harmonies, but Boogie Fever remains their one unforgettable mainstream moment. From that glittery explosion to something quieter, but equally impossible. Number 11, We Belong Together by the Spinners featuring Dionne Warwick. The duet that never actually happened, this soulful stunner dropped during the Spinners' prime on Atlantic Records in 1975, featuring Dionne Warwick stepping in for her only pairing with the group. It never cracked the top 10, overshadowed by bigger hits, but those lush string arrangements and emotional duet vocals create something magical. It was oh so sweet. Here's what most people never learn. Dionne and the Spinners were never in the studio together. Her vocals were dubbed in later, yet somehow the chemistry feels electric. You'd swear they were side by side, feeding off each other's energy. Play this, and you're slow dancing at a family reunion. Summer air thick with Motown memories and Carolina cookout smoke. All around, and there was an ending. While it didn't blaze up the charts, this accidental pairing created something timeless. There has been no love, no better. If that whispered longing pulled you in, prepare for something absurd. You were mine, we were together.
You know what breaks my heart a little? Only 1% of the people who watch R&B vinyl are actually subscribed. 99 out of 100 of you keep coming back, vibing with the grooves, feeling the stories, reliving the voices that built soul itself, but you still haven't hit that button. Think about it. You've spent time here, maybe even rediscovered a song that hit you right in the chest. And yet, you're walking away before the next track drops. Subscribing costs nothing, not a cent, but it means you'll never miss the moments that remind you who you were when that record first played. R&B vinyl isn't just music, it's memory, it's heritage. It's the pulse that still beats under everything we love. Don't just listen from the sidelines. Be part of the 1% who keep the soul alive. Hit subscribe, stay, groove, and keep the record spinning with us.
Number 10, Babyface by Wing in a prayer fife and drum corps. Marching band soul with a disco heartbeat. Yes, that's their actual name. And yes, they took a 1926 Tin Pan Alley standard and transformed it into a funk-laced disco banger that made America lose its mind. Led by producer Harold Wheeler, this studio band dropped Babyface in '75, and suddenly the country was clapping along to what felt like a marching band crashing a discotheque. It hit number 14 on the R&B charts. Quirky, kitschy, but undeniably effective. Horns blasted in military precision, drums rolled like parade day, and beneath it all, an infectious beat made sitting still impossible. Picture bell bottoms bouncing on gymnasium floors, soul-trained dancers cracking up while trying to stay on rhythm. They never charted again, but this one hit turned heads and moved feet from marching band absurdity to bedroom intimacy. Number 9, Love Won't Let Me Wait by Major Harris. The slow jam that dared to get steamy released in 1975 on Atlantic Records. Major Harris, once a Delphonics member, stepped into solo territory and straight into R&B history. This central ballad hit number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 1 R&B, then never repeated the magic. Backed by lush strings and quiet storm rhythm, the real draw was Harris's spoken word intro, whispered like a lover in the dark. This was the track you played when lights dimmed and candles flickered. You can practically smell the incense mingling with slow simmering collard greens. Intimate, bold, unashamedly sensual. Though his solo career cooled, this single became a late-night quiet storm radio staple and still sends chills down spines. Oh, honey, not tonight. Number 8, To Each His Own by Faith, Hope, and Charity. Disco with a Message, produced by Van McCoy. Yes, the hustle Van McCoy. This trio dropped To Each His Own on RCA in '75, hitting number 1 R&B and cracking the pop top 50. The group's name promised something deeper, and they delivered. A disco groove with gospel roots and soul depth intact. Tight harmonies, uplifting lyrics, and strings that soared like Sunday morning praise. But success was short-lived. Faith, Hope, and Charity disbanded just years later. Members scattering into background vocals. When this track played, though, it felt like a declaration. Disco could uplift as powerfully as it dazzled. The dance floor became a place of affirmation, not just celebration. While that groove had purpose, the next track had pure heart. Number 7, Without You by Ruby Winters. The country soul singer covers a pop ballad released in December 1975 on Playboy Records. Ruby Winters, a Tennessee native who'd built her career blending country and soul, took on Nilsson's massive 1972 hit and made it her own. Her version reached number 96 on the R&B chart, a modest showing that belied the emotional power of her performance. Winters brought that aching country soul vulnerability to this ballad of loss, her voice carrying the weight of someone who understood heartbreak intimately. Part Patsy Cline's country ache, part soul power, she inhabited a space between genres that few attempted. Though it didn't dominate the charts, her version remains a hidden gem for those who know. Winters never charted again with this impact, but this cover showed her range. On your face as you were leaving, but I guess that's just... If these classics from 75 are stirring memories, hit that thumbs up. 6 more tracks coming, including the one that topped them all. Number 6, The Agony and the Ecstasy by Smokey Robinson. Soft falsetto confessions. By 1975, Smokey had left the Miracles and was carving his solo path. The Agony and the Ecstasy became one of his first post-group standouts. Layered, emotional, and possibly intimate, it climbed to number 7 R&B, but never crossed into top 40 pop, which is why it sometimes gets left off greatest hits lists. This is a song of torn lovers and whispered betrayals, Smokey floating over the arrangement like he's reading a diary he never meant to share. Put this on and you're back in your teenage bedroom. Heartbroken but hopeful, scribbling lyrics in a notebook you'd guard with your life. Smokey would have much bigger solo hits, but this was the seed. And speaking of unexpected transitions, watch what happens when Blue-Eyed Soul meets Philly. Number 5, I Can't Live a Dream by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Blue-Eyed Soul takes a turn. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons were far from new in 75. But this track marked a rare moment where their sound flirted with Philly soul elegance. All of the nights of loving you only. Released on Warner Brothers, it features smooth orchestrations, deep bass, and that signature Valley falsetto floating over heartbreak lyrics. It became a top 10 adult contemporary hit, but barely registered on R&B charts, making it a forgotten crossover oddity. What was left of the dream? Still, it belongs here. This was the track that came on late at night, sandwiched between the Stylistics and Bread on your local AM station. The Four Seasons wouldn't chart R&B again like this, but in this moment, they brushed the edge of soul velvet from blue-eyed longing to pure funky fire. Number 4, Dance With Me by Rufus, featuring Chaka Khan. The groove that wouldn't quit. Before Chaka went solo and conquered the world, she and Rufus were already setting dance floors ablaze. Dance With Me was a sleeper hit off Rufus' eyes that year, riding deep grooves and a bouncy bass line. It peaked at number 39 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 5 R&B, often overshadowed by Tell Me Something Good. But make no mistake, this track thumps. Chaka's vocals are playful, teasing, commanding. You can feel the sweat and swagger of a club night as synth stabs kick in. Though Rufus had other hits, this one stands as a one-off flavor. Pure joy in motion. Number 3, Supernatural Thing by Ben E. King. In 1975, he staged an unexpected comeback with Supernatural Thing. A funky falsetto-laced jam that hit number 1 R&B. Released on Atlantic, it showed a completely different side of King. Groovier, spacer, but still soulful. It may have been his only major hit in the 70s, but what a hit it was. You can almost see the lava lamps glowing and feel the shag carpet underfoot. This wasn't just a comeback, it was a reincarnation. So satisfied, Lord knows I ain't lying. King would ride this wave briefly, but Supernatural Thing became a staple of rare groove. Compilations and DJ crates for decades. But nothing prepares you for the heartbreak at number 2. Number 2, Walk Away From Love by David Ruffin. To take the place of you. The Temptations steps out solo. David Ruffin's first big solo moment post-Temptations came with this bittersweet smash. Released in the late 1975, it climbed to number 9 on the Hot 100 and number 1 R&B in early 76. Written by Charles Kipps and produced by Van McCoy, it was drenched in emotional weight. That falsetto stretch on Walk became an instant classic. But here's the shock. Ruffin would never top this solo success again. It remained his peak and perhaps the most emotionally raw moment of his entire catalog. You can hear the weariness, the pride, the pain all in one breath. This was soul at its most grown. And now the one-hit wonder that defined a moment then vanished. Number 1, Dynamite by Bazuka. Funk goes full cartoon. If you were around in 1975, you remember this track. You couldn't escape it. Bazuka, a studio group created by Tony Camillo, dropped Dynamite as a tongue-in-cheek funk explosion inspired by JJ from Good Times. The chant "Dynamite" was everywhere. It hit number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became an R&B party staple overnight. Outrageous, brassy, complete with cowbell, and then Bazuka disappeared. But for one moment, this was the sound of summer. Kids repeated it, dancers boogied to it, DJs spun it like gospel. It's the kind of song that doesn't just stick in your head, it takes over the room. A one-hit wonder? Yes. Unforgettable? Absolutely.